Hello and welcome to the next session of narration, in which we are going to cover today interrogative sentences, in which we are not going to discuss some basic rules and some examples as well. So let's get started. If we look closely, we will find that there are two types of interrogative sentences. First is questions that can be simply answered in yes or no. And these questions start with auxiliary verbs. Like he said, are you coming to concert? Okay, so there is an auxiliary verb, are. And one more type is where the question that demands a detailed answer. And these questions start with WH words. What does mean WH here? It means like what, where, when, why and how. For example, she said, what is the schedule for the next concert? Here we are going to discuss both. The one which are starting with the auxiliary verbs and the next one which are starting with the WH words. But before this, we are going to discuss something about reporting verb. How we are going to change reporting verb in this interrogative sentences. Like verb in the reporting verb is changed into either ask or asked, or inquire or inquired, want or you can say wanted to know, demand or demanded, and one more, wonder or wondered. But the most prevalent are either you will use ask or inquired. For example, mother said to daughter, have you completed your homework? Mother asked daughter, as you can see, I have converted this said to into asked to. Mother asked daughter if she had completed her homework. And the portion of the tense we have already covered in our earlier video. So let's get to the new slide. So first of all, we are going to discuss yes-no type questions. And in this yes-no type answer type questions, if or whether, they will be used in place of inverted commas. Make a note over here. Let's practice with some examples. Here there is a direct speech. Suma said to me, are you interested in this offer? When we'll convert it into indirect one, then Suma asked me if I was interested in that offer. Similarly, the teacher said to me, do you know the answer? The teacher asked me if, or you can use whether. Both are correct. If I knew the answer. And one more example of WH question now. In the sentences which are beginning with the question words, inverted commas are replaced by the question word itself. Like if we are encountering who, then we will use who. If it is when, then it would be when. If it is what, then it would be what. No if or whether will be placed instead of inverted commas here. So here's an example before you. He said to me, where do you live? He asked me where I lived. So you can notice I am not going to change your question word in that format. Next one is, mother said to me, what are you doing there? Mother asked me what I was doing there. And the rules to change the sentence we have already covered in our earlier videos. So if you are having any doubt, please have a look at those. And there's a rule number C. If a clause with interrogative pronoun like question word is followed by main clause that is used before the question, and this rule also applies to if and whether in yes or no answer type questions. Getting my point? But if a clause with interrogative pronoun is followed by main clause, then that is used before the question word. That is not going to replace in anymore. Okay, and this rule is applicable to both ones. Either it will be yes or no or your question word. So let's have a look at the example. She said to me, when she will come is not certain. She told me that when she would come was not certain. I am putting that before your question word here. Similarly, I said to him, whether she will pass is not certain. I told him that whether she would pass was not certain. Insertion of that is applicable to both the rules which we have covered in our earlier slide. Now practice this interrogative sentence as well. We are presenting you some more examples. Here is the first one. Father said, do you know we have got another opportunity? Here you can see this question belongs to yes or no type. So I am going to insert either if or whether. So father asked son if he knew they had got another opportunity. Next is, I said to him, do you know how to speak English? Again, this belongs to yes or no type. I asked him whether he knew how to speak English. Next, she said to beggar, why are you begging all the time here? She asked beggar why he had been begging all the time there. Here you can notice, here has been converted into there. One more example. The traveler said, do you know where does this road lead? Young man. The traveler asked young man whether he knew where did that road lead. Make a note, I am putting your question word intact over here and this has been converted into that. Next is, shopkeeper said, do you need more, Alex? Shopkeeper asked Alex whether he needed more. Again, this belongs to your yes no type question. So I am putting whether here. You can also use if here if you want. So that's all about your interrogative sentences, and to go through your tenses rules and your pronoun rules, please have a look at our earlier videos. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy and stay connected. Thank you so much.